people out there. Yeah, it's a lovely day in the studio. So, thanks for joining us today. And I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, because I'm sure you're watching us all over the world. And it's a lovely day out here. It's a sunny day.
Yeah.
And of course, I have the P Square are here today. I have Ms. Peter in the studio with me. So we're going to be dealing on lots of issues today, mainly from the various news platform. So from the Vanguard news, online news platform, China's Punch, and so on and so forth. And of course, we'll be giving you where you can actually go and see it. In case you want to, hey, let me be sure if they're actually getting it from the news platform, or just telling us what they feel. So it will give you where you can see it and see what's going on. A lot of things are happening. Of course, what's in the air right now is the Salah celebration, right?
Salah celebration. Meets everywhere.
Ms. Peter, I got to Oniru yesterday at the palace. When I got there, I don't feel like I didn't feel like living that environment, because every corner you saw guys, dealing with several ram, cow, it was indeed a big celebration for the Muslim faithful, and at the palace it was a big deal. Yeah. I don't know how was the environment.
My environment was calm because most people around my area are the Hausas. They do it separately. The Yorubas do their own at first, then Hausa the next day. I think today will be their own day.
Mr. Peter, I don't know. I don't mean offense, okay? It wasn't only Muslim people that was happy over this. This morning I woke up and my pet was jumping happy. So, I don't know if somebody has given me rice or something. He was jumping. As I look at it, so your stomach is full. That's why you're jumping. So it's a nice one. We celebrate with you. And what else would one expect at this time when things are so unbelievable, difficult? A lot of people are relocating to villages. A lot of people are strategizing, resigning from work, and thinking of the next move because things are so. Because I was telling somebody that the impact of the subsidy removal and all that is still Jimmy. It's still it's not yet fed by all, because soon those that have sold out their stock, when the new stock coming to the shop, that's when the new price will not come out.
Yeah.
Because you are going to, as a business person, if I'm going to buy a bag of Gary in the market that used to be like 12,000, and I'm buying for a 30,000, maybe 25,000, the transport will cost of 10,000 instead of 5,000 usual. I'm going to calculate properly and put that money inside that Gary, and then calculate the price I'm going to sell it so I can make gain. And that's how it is. And that will be fed in the next few weeks from now. And that's when the main impact of the subsidy removal will come to play.
So you just advise the Nigerians not to wait till then. Try and look for an alternative ways of surviving.
Yeah, not crime.
Not a crime.
Yeah, business. Think out of the box right now. Okay, let's look for something close by, because if you want to transport to work at that far place, you will discover that I did a little calculation last time. I'll give example because Aja complex we have lots of shops there, and we have average workers that normally work in those shops. And some of them are paid 70 to 100,000, max at 120,000, right? And some of these people that work there, they come from these houses, from Ibejuleki houses. And before now, from here to Aja used to be like 500, thereabout. Now it's now 1,000. 1,500. Thank you. That's the recent price, right? So you collect 100,000 and you pay 1,500 going. That means spend 3,000 a day. In a month, roughly, you are spending 90,000 naira. So what is that?
You buy a recharge card.
You eat. You're going to eat. So
if you are this kind of person that has wife and children,
no, that is not even. It's not doable. It's not doable. So I think a lot of these people in these categories, we re-strategize. Even some of the business owners they don't want to increase salary because the cost of fueling generator and all that has also increased. So everything generally has increased. So people are really there will be a lot of shake up, and we pray that God make a way for a lot of people to be able to handle this time. And of course, now to the major headlines, we see that in the Vanguard, of course, the president is back to the country from France. He went to France, so he's back to the country, and we can see that presidency fires back at PDP, LP over alleged anti-people policies. Before now, of course, the PDP and LP, they are the major opposition party right now. And they are saying that these policies you guys have brought to us right now is anti-people. Because people are groaning, people are crying. The citizens are not happy as regard this policy, especially the fuel subsidy removal and the planned hike in electricity tariff and some other things. And they are saying that the APCs are saying that PDP doesn't have they don't have the God. They shouldn't be saying all this because they've been there for 60 years plus, and they could not take any bold step to address what the current president, what the current administration is addressing right now within 3 weeks. That you spent 16 years, you couldn't make any proper adjustments that will benefit the people. Now you're not the one condemning our policies that you could not even implement for years. That is what they are saying to PDP and LP. So, Mr. Peter, looking at the policy, what can you say? What can you say? Is it the policy so far? LP said it's a bad policy. PDP says it's a bad policy.
Okay. Actually, the policy is not as if it's bad, but the way they brought it into implementation is bad because you need to make provisions for the people before implementing like this the subsidy removal. You need to subsidize food first. Let's say food, for example. Like if you're removing subsidy from fuel, there are some places you need to channel it to, like to favor people. But this one you just remove it without anything. So it's really
no palliative measure to caution the effect and all that.
So that one is bad. And this time they are planning of adding tariffs to electricity. That also is bad.
Additional pain.
Additional pain. Because okay, for example now, if you are adding more money to the electricity tariff, and then we don't have fuel in the country to power a generator, you see, so it's just somehow.
Mr. Peter, when it comes to these electricity tariff issues, some people are not even they're not making too much noise because some people have not got license last year till date. In my area, to be precise, yes, I don't have light in my area. Okay, it was light. They brought the light during the election. Thursday, before the election, they brought the light. The light stayed till Monday. From that day till now, we've not had light. Actually, 8th of February.
That is, they just want to know that there is light.
There is light.
Want to give you people,
and that's out of wickedness. Okay, and so people like us, when talking about tariff, we just close our ear because I'm not going to pay anything because you're not bringing anything to me. Okay, so until we see light, people can talk about it. But these are the things that the PDP and LP are talking about. That these policies, they are not helping the average citizens. It's biting hard on the people. It's biting hard on the people. Yesterday, a lot of people were complaining that the RAM they used to buy for like 50, 60,000 was 100 to 120,000. As a result, a lot of people could not buy. They have to join hands to be able to buy one RAM because they have to stop that RAM. To be able to buy one RAM. There's some RAM were sold as high as 200,000, 150,000. Because when they ask the traders, why is the price so high? And what they've said is that the cost of transporting this RAM has changed. Yeah. And like I mentioned earlier, okay, we saw the effect in Iran, right? Because they factored the cost of transportation in it, and the price escalated. A lot of people couldn't buy. The same thing we apply to all the items in the market, which will take effect in the month of July and August and so on. So that's how it is right now. So that is what they are bragging at. So of course, the APs are firing back. That's okay. They're looking at the past errors of the opposition parties and to Dow's petition. Okay, so that's a Vanguard newspaper. You can see the story there. Of course, we just talked about the tariff hike. NEC awaits president's approval. Plan stakeholders meeting. So the tariff, they're waiting for president to give the nod and say, go ahead and increase it. And they're going to increase it.
Just like I was discussing with Mr. Moses the other day that if they are hiking this tariff, they should be careful because very soon people will start rolling their wires and be taking it to NEPA office to drop. Yes, because you're not even giving the
they won't give it back because some of the borders were by themselves.
So you are not even giving the light at all, and you are hiking the tariff.
Mr. P, to be very fair, in some instance, I think this issue of electricity is going to bounce back because a lot of people are looking for alternative source of power right now. And God has so much blessed us with the sun rail, and the sun in this country is something else. If you're not careful, you go outside right now, especially people like Mr. Peter, you're going to be in trouble.
just like was it?
Yeah, I have shit.
Like yesterday, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? Just because you made mention of sun now.
Okay.
Yeah, day before yesterday, I was around that Ikota area. I saw a small keke with this panel,
solar
panel on it, and the stuff was moving. I just checked my head and said, okay, nice.
That's where we're going.
That's without fuel.
Without fuel. So that vehicle, that keke is now powered by solar system, right? Yes. And very soon, I saw some of that time where they talked about freezer that is powered by solar system. And very soon, the AC and all that will be out there. So you can power electricity at home, everything in your house with the solar system, where you don't have to pay a dime.
At all.
You just have to renew the batteries maybe every year or something, or maybe it depends on how you use the system.
Unless if our government wants to start asking us to pay for sunlight.
I can assure you this present administration, the way they are going, I hope they don't get to that level. Because they're going to a car now that proof of ownership that you pay once and for all, so that you can skip, you have to start renewing it every year. So that's another. I think the issue of this anti-people policy that LP and PDP are saying is kind of is justified right now, because all these are all burdens on people. You might think 1,000 it's not a big deal, like Moses said the other day. It's not a big deal, but it's a big deal right now. Okay, because if you give me 1,000 right now, I might have to call you on phone and tell you thank you.
And you know what? You know what? This country, Nigeria, whenever they bring something like this, it's good for you to tackle it. Because if you feel that that 1,000 is too small, before you know, they'll put it in twice in a year. From twice in a year, they'll do it monthly basis.
Yeah.
Because
I think
they're not complaining.
The insurance now, right, for vehicles is now 15,000 thereabout. That used to be like 4,000, 3,000, 5,000. It has gone up, and I can assure you, ever since I've renewed that insurance, even I had batches on my car and all that scratches, I've never called them to say come and fix it. So and this would be like an eye opener for Nigerians. You can't pay 15,000 and somebody scratch your car, you scratch somebody's car, and you don't use your own money to pay. You call the insurance company to come and take care of it. That is where we are going, because it's an eye opener. Okay, so indeed, and the NLC has gravely contributed to what we are suffering right now, because they ought to have insisted on that strike. That will now force the government to at least negotiate it downward, maybe like 200 thereabout, and stay there. So the government will bear the costs. The city will bear the cost for some time, pending when the whole thing is resolved. But they just back that and say we have meeting for meeting, and people are suffering. The fuel is being bought, and the price is being, profit is being made, and things are just happening, and people are suffering. Okay. So, yeah, we'll move on. The story is on the Vanguard. You can get the story from Vanguard we're talking about. Okay. Then, of course, we saw the CGN's move to fill South Court's vacancies sparks confusion. Okay, yeah, that story is on the Vanguard also. Okay, I think I talked about some of the vacancies they want to occupy, get others to occupy some of the vacancies that is open there. Of course, the duty of the CGN to actually do that, and so it's within their legal right to do that. So you can get the story from Vanguard though. Then we mentioned the issue of Salah recently, and we saw current pains necessary, says Tinubu. Governors preach unity. So a lot of um, people, prominent people, they are speaking, giving messages regarding the Salah celebration, and the presidents are saying that the pains that we are suffering right now that is necessary. So hopefully, according to them, that things will normalize. But I have this mindset that you would hope a lot of people will suffer and some will not survive this.
Yeah, some will not survive.
You understand? But is there no way we can do whereby everybody survive it before things become normal? Because, Mr. Peter, when it is how I look at the subsidy, okay, and this is how they explain to us that the cost of exporting and importing, that is the subsidy the government is paying. Where the price was, we can afford it at that rate, at 180 something and all that. Okay, fine. Why can't you get a very reasonable loan and put the refineries in order, whereby we don't need to export or import anymore? We can really do it here. That will automatically kill the subsidy. The question, why can't you do this? If you tell me how to borrow money to do this, I'm sure every Nigerians will clap for that.
Yes,
if you tell us you want to borrow money to fix electricity to make sure everybody has stable light all over the country, I will support, I will clap for that. But we borrow money for something else, something different that will not benefit anybody at the moment. Are they waiting for people to die first, that the remaining one will not have benefit what's coming? That's a question. So they say that we have to bear this pain.
What you are trying to say is that no pain without gain. You feel the pain now, and later, by the grace of God, we all gain it.
You know, I listened to one marriage story I've watching them. It said that the issue of this pain that Nigeria is going through is like somebody on a hemorrhage. You know, that you have to conduct some surgical approach. The person will feel serious pain at that time, but after that moment, the person will now be relieved, and you feel okay. Use the medical approach to explain it that if you don't do the hemorrhage, the person might die. Okay, if you don't operate on it, but then when you operate on it, the person will live. So Nigeria is going through operation right now. So because we've been hemorrhaging, so we're going through operation. After this operation, that things will get better.
Those that will survive.
So just try and survive, so that hopefully they are predicting 3 to 6 months from now that things will be better. So try and survive it. But one thing is strange in this country: whatever goes up hardly come down.
Yeah,
hardly come down. So we hope this will be an exception, and of course by then the court case and every other thing will be over. We don't know the stand and what is way forward. Okay. So the story is on Punch newspaper, so you can get the gist from there. And we saw Olympian Okokoro Dudu dies. Hospital sees corpse over unpaid 600,000. That is 0.6 million, right?
Yeah.
That's 100,000. This is pathetic, because a person of this caliber, okay, we expect this issue to be taken care of quickly. If not for anyone, the sports body should act on this quickly. What is 100,000? Yeah, to me it's a big money, but what is this to the government? Okay, to look into quickly, and it's shameful. So it's a former Nigerian boxer. Jero Klojudu. So he died at a private hospital in London, Lagos, on Wednesday night after battling with foot ulcer that left him bedridden for weeks. So that's there is issue now losing the court because they had to pay before they did that. So I hope the sports body will look into this and will remove the shame from everyone. Okay, Mr. Peter, this story.
This is from Punch newspaper. Deployment of policemen to VIP will be revealed. Post PRO.
Yeah, we see the rejuvenation, as in the I hope it's not going to be Nisha Gragra. You know what Nisha Gragra, right? In football.
Yeah.
When you change a player, the player just come on board and will run east, south, west, north, and before you know it, the tempo just goes down. So we saw the new police, IG bringing a lot of vigor, strength, strategies into the police. We saw a lot of promises, and I hope this tempo is maintained because there's a need, there's a lot of work to be done in the police force. Okay, most of us who drive almost on the road, we saw a lot of things that we can't really talk about here, and we expect the respect to come back. And when you hear the word police right now, when you hear the word police in Nigeria, people just kind of police, the kind of his. But when you use the word army, soldier, you saw even people, even they even do skits. Okay, I can see even some of the clips where some people, celebrity, had to start slapping policeman and all that. And somebody said you can't dare this dear army with this kind of thing.
No.
So we want to see that kind of respect, come back to the police force.
When you try that with an army man, an army man does not even want you to even involve the government in it. You understand? They'll deal with you themselves.
They'll take care of it themselves. So we want that respect to come back to the force. And these VIPs to be policemen to be reviewed, I'm happy with it because a lot of them have actually abused this. Because they have this escort with them, and they want to treat you anyhow they want, believing that you can't do anything. And indeed has been, you will not do anything. So, and it's not everybody that should be given such a privilege because they can afford it. No, they must be mentally capable.
If they are saying into withdrawing that from the VIP police, they should also see how they can add salary to their salary because their pay, because these people, they attach them to also pay them salary. It's not as if it's like government pays them and the people pays them also.
But the way they've been treated is another thing again that is of concern. Okay, you see some policemen carrying luggages and stuff for these VIPs and their children and their wives. They can go to the market, they can do this and all that. I know their major assignment is for security purpose, to protect them against any external forces and all that. Not to be, doing all those others menial work. There's a slave, there's a maid to be doing all these things, and driver to be doing all these things. There should be, the Nigerian system where somebody will employ you to come and be signing check, and the next thing you start doing secretarial, start doing all that things, they will add it up. It has crept into a lot of departments and all that. One person will be doing 5 people, 10 people's job, and he gets one payment, and that's what we're seeing right now. Policeman, you are attached to this person, secure this person's life. You don't have any.
Whatever he wants to do, if you look for a personal assistant.
Yes. Because you can't be holding rifle and be using one hand to carry baggage. What about somebody and the criminal now come around? You're also looking for it to drop your baggage, the traveling bag to start cracking your gun or what? It's even making it risky for these people. Okay, so I think they should go ahead and do this. It's necessary. Okay, that story is on the Punch newspaper. Okay, online. Of course, so still on the Punch that Tinubu arrives to visit Awujele. Of course, we expect it because he's kind of person. Tinubu is somebody that respects monarchs' leadership. He paid them homage in most cases, and it's actually worked for him. Yeah, in the election and everything, it works for him because these people, they will tell you, like when the Lagos State LP candidate for Lagos, they went to meet the Oba of Lagos, and the man told him, "Yeah, you have a future. You are a good person." He said, "But Sanwo-Olu, Omawole, Sanwo-Olu will be the one that will enter at this time." Why would he lead that comment? Because there's this respect for Asiwaju, and he also reciprocate that respect to this. There's this kind of synergy connection with them. So that's what he's doing. He's paid them homage. Okay, you guys have all tried. I respect you. You have all tried. It's greeting all the way. Yeah. Yoruba culture. They don't play with elders.
They don't play with elders.
Yes. Even though that is slapping you, see after the ballet and say, Pelesa. And even though you have bad intention, you say, Pelesa. So they don't play with that. Okay. So he's paying homage to the leaders, and it's necessary. Of course, the story that talked about in China's news platform right now.
This headlines: Defense Chief Musa Lagbaja hails troops at Salah, how to tackle insecurity.
Okay, yeah. So greetings coming from the different army chiefs, of course. Mr. Peter, I saw some clip some few days ago and other looking at what our gallant soldiers are going through in the north and some of these. We have our military there. They are gallant, they are good. It's just that we have some bad eggs. It's necessary if, of course, it happens in every area. But in the long run, these guys are doing wonderfully well, and so a lot of them, they've been this greeting has gone to them. I'm sure somebody was okay around there. Yes, it's a time of celebration. Do you know some of these terrorists also? They also have a break when it comes to this aspect of time.
Yeah.
They also take their time to
celebrate Salah.
So the army chiefs are greeting the guys in the battlefield. We also saw the president extend greeting to them. That was it yesterday. Telling them you guys are doing well. Pray for your safety and the wisdom, the strength to be able to overcome. So the greetings just going everywhere. Okay, so Peter, well done to the gallant presenter of NG Speak, an executive marketer of Remy.com.ng. You are doing well. Keep it up, okay? This is my greetings to you, okay? Then, of course, Mr. Peter, we were talking about the story earlier about this why cannabis use in US, UK, others differ from Nigeria. NDLE explaining it. So this story, you're going to read it by yourself, okay? Go to China News platform, online platform, you see the story there, okay? There's a difference between that of UK, US, and that of Nigeria. And I asked the question that when you plant an apple, let's use the word orange, okay? Orange in the UK and that of Nigeria, is there any difference in it?
Orange is orange.
Orange is orange, right? Okay. This is the processing, the way they process it. They kind of filter it to ensure that some are just leaves, right, without any
possible it might be the use, how people use it.
You use anyway. So you please read the story and maybe you get the details there. We don't know about it. We don't know how it's used. But what I'm seeing a green leaf that is being planted, right? It grows. It's a leaf, right? And I don't know how it's used. But they said there's difference between that of US and UK and that of Nigeria. So read and see what is there. We saw police arrest 503 suspected bandits, kidnappers in Kaduna.
Whenever I hear this,
please, I want to see more.
Yeah. Whenever I hear this, I used to be happy because the police is really picking form back, They are really
and I hope they maintain this momentum. And I hope this arrest is not one-sided. It's not I hear say. I hope it's the real culprit that we are seeing these numbers. Because what has been happening in Kaduna, which I saw clearly talked about, that they were even saying that the governor in that state knows what is happening in that place because of his comment, which a lot of people condemned, Sammy. And we saw killing like as if they're killing birds, rats in that place. Human being is being slaughtered in that environment.
Really?
For the good 8 years of the administration, and nothing was done about it. And every 3 days, you have 20 killed, 30 killed, 15 killed, 10 killed. If you multiply that within this space of 8 years, it's lots of people. These are people's children. The parents have high hopes on these people that is being slaughtered. Why? For what reason? So, and I expect this suspect out of 500, some should be able to give a valid, concrete evidence or when properly interrogated, that can give the police more information to go about the rest. That it's not just this can't be all. And I'm sure if proper work is done, a lot of heads should roll on these issues because you can't be killing people and like that. And Kaduna, how many was the population? What's the size? So, but it's good. The arrest is good. Please keep it up. Keep on the momentum. And
That's
so,
it.
okay. So moving on, of course, we saw this earlier that President Tinubu arrives in Ogun on a state visit with Ribadu. And of course, the visit is ongoing. This after coming back from France and so on and so forth. Okay, so Mr. Peter, I think this is what we can give out right now.
Yes, we'll call it a day.
Okay, today I think Mr. Peter is going somewhere to go and eat ram.
Yes, I have to go and eat ram. I have to go and eat
Should I come along?
You on your own, I'm on my own.
Hey, so you come to ram now, Mr. Peter has denied me. Forgetting that we are P Square. Eh? Peter and Paul.
This is single P.
Single P, I go ram. Okay, no problem. I'm going to go on my own, okay? So it's a celebration of Galo with our Muslim friends. And yeah, happy celebration. Enjoy yourself. Please don't drink and drive. The road is terrible. The road is terrible. Portals everywhere. And don't go and please your family after this, they still need you, okay? There are more celebrations coming because the government told us that by 3-6 months' time, things will be better. Which means more celebrations are coming. You need to be alive to enjoy that celebration. So from Mr. Prosper and Peter Ochame and James, it's bye from here. So do enjoy your day.
All right.